Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You're watching Wayne Carey Global Channel. I'm Pastor Wayne Carey, and this is a place where giants are slayed. Those of you watching for the first time, we'd love for you to be a part of our community. So here's what you can do. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so that you can be notified when we bring forth content to you on a weekly basis. Here on our channel, we add value to you. We give you the best relationship advice from a kingdom perspective, among many other things that we talk about. So on behalf of my beautiful wife, Janice, we welcome you to our channel. Say thank you for dropping by. We're going to talk today about how it is that we can become great leaders. You know, when we speak of the world, corporations, organizations, John Maxwell, as a certified coach and speaker and trainer of the John Maxwell team, we have a good idea in terms of what leadership is about. And so we can only go as far as John Maxwell talk about in this book. We can only go as far in terms of our leadership lid. You know, the lid is on our leadership, and we have to remove that lid in order for our leadership to go a different place. Our leaders to go higher, and everything, it rises and falls on leadership. And this is what Dr. John Maxwell talk about. And so when we speak of how can I become a good leader, I look at it as number one. I believe that for us to become great leaders, we first must be great followers. You know, I've worked with principals as a counselor in the school systems. I've worked with my pastor as the assistant pastor for about 27 years. Known him, actually been at the church for 27 years, but know my pastor since I was like 12 years old. And so I play leadership very close, have a great understanding of leadership. And I realize that in order to be a great leader, you must be a great follower. And if you are not a great follower, then I believe that what is going to happen, you know, when you were to lead an organization yourself, I believe that most likely it would flop because you've never given yourself or never served in that capacity as a follower. And so we have to begin right there. I believe that the way that we can become great leaders, I believe that great leaders were first great followers. So we have to find someone that we can follow. You know, secondly, is becoming a great leader, you must have mentors. And so we speak of mentors who are free to correct us. And so if you just have you're a leader and you don't have anyone around you that can walk into the office, that can call you on the phone, and who that you have a level of respect as your mentors, and you give them that free access, that when you step outside of the boundaries when we talk about having boundaries, giving your mentors that place in your life of honor and respect, that they can pick up the phone and they could said, that they will be able to say, correct you. That's very important for us to have, because if we don't have leaders and authority over our lives, I mean, it's like, we need that. That's very important for leaders. It keeps us in our space. When we step outside of that, that's when we need persons to be able to pull us on the side. And you hear a lot of times when persons who are, so to speak, they are icons in the earth, or they are worshiped and adored, and really there is no one around them that can be able to step into their space and give them correction. And so they have no one that can tell them anything. And so these are the persons who would live their lives and go over the bridge, so to speak. So they break the boundaries, and sometimes it's even unto their death, because they had no one who would look them in the eye and speak to them and say, this is what you're doing is wrong, or you made a mistake, and be able to correct you. And so that's very important. So secondly, becoming a great leader, you must have mentors who are free to correct you. So if you cannot deal with correction, then you're not going to make a great leader. Thirdly, great leaders, becoming a great leader, you need to become available. There is availability to your team, availability as a father to your wife, availability to your children. And so when we speak of becoming a great leader, we must make ourselves available to those persons that we are leading, or who we are managing. We must make ourselves available, because when we don't make ourselves available, then what it is for those persons, who it is for them to look up to or look to, when you are not there in a crunch time, when when they need you. And so it has to be an understanding that my leader, he makes himself available for a team. And so that's one of the things when we're speaking about becoming a great leader. Fourthly, when we speak of being that great leader, we talk about, or becoming that great leader, speaking of the concept of being approachable, making yourself approachable to those persons that you lead. There's an open door policy. You can knock on my door. You can, if you see me anywhere in that organization or anywhere, you can talk to me, stop me, talk to me. You have any concerns. That great leader is, developing into that great leader. You're giving that person your full potential. You're not too busy. You're not shaking their hands and looking the next way. No, you are shaking their hand, looking them square in the eye and asking, how best can I help you? That's what it is. A great leader is really makes himself available, and he is approachable, so that when anyone in that organization or anyone in that community, whatever, has some sort an issue, they're saying that's the man that I can approach, because you make yourself approachable. That's very important. So we speak of leadership. Leadership is definitely commitment. Has to do with practicing commitment, being committed to the team, being committed to this organization, leading yourself, being a team player, and having everyone involved, knowing that it's not just me, myself, and I, that you want person's opinion. You want their constructive criticism, because, with that, you're taking it, you are definitely making yourself better by taking the straws and throwing that away and keeping the meat of what they're saying. And so it's about having, developing this as how I can become a great leader. It's just practice. Personally practicing. You can look at other as your mentors, and you can see the things that they did right. You can apply it. If it's working for them, you can do that. But at the same time, that becoming a great leader, you have to go with your own personality, not to try to be someone else. You use their principles that they use that work for them. You can use those principles, but at the same time, you cannot be them. You have to be yourself, because God has given you that personality that he wants to work through. And so we go over it again. How can I become a great leader? There are many other things. This is not just the overall truth to it. There are many other things that we can list in this. And so how can I become a great leader? One, go over it again. I believe that great leaders were first great followers. If we are not great followers, we will flop in the process. Secondly, becoming a great leader, you must have mentors that is able to, has a freedom to correct you when you step outside the bounds. Then number three, you want to definitely make yourself available. That leader makes himself available. Availability is very important. Fourth, we speak of adaptability. Adaptability is adapting to circumstances. Something happens. Crisis happens in that organization, or crisis happens in your family. There's some level of adaptability we have to have. Not just we have this one map and we just gonna go, but things happen, so we have to be able to adjust and adapt to situations, so that we can show our leadership skills in that particular area. And then five, we want to make ourselves approachable as a leader. And again, leaders are not necessarily born. Leaders are made, and I believe that areas of our lives that we continue to practice make ourselves better in those particular areas, that we grow, we become better as leaders. And that's exactly what the whole process is for us to grow in that leadership capacity. And so this is my just 5 points in terms of how can I become a great leader. God bless you. I love you, and I'll see you in our next session. Have a great day. Peace.